Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly review. Last week we had CPI that came in hot, but surprisingly did not drop us. In the case that not even bad economic data can drop us, then the last thing that can drop us is bad earnings. And we have the beginning of the earnings calendar this week. We had JPM last Friday, which is the reason why we had a rally in most of the market. Mega caps surprisingly did not perform very well, and Tesla leading because of the robotaxi event. Now, on Monday, we have Walgreens, we have UNH, we have after hours United Airlines, rest of the big banks with BofA, Citi, Goldman Sachs, Schwab, Morgan Stanley on Tuesday. And the biggest ones are ASML, TSMC, and Netflix after hours on Thursday. But the big ones that we care about the most are ASML and TSMC because semis, as I've talked about in the individual stock video, semis look quite bullish. We also had that huge flow in Nvidia for deep out of the money calls going from 150 to 200 for March. We had a small up, not small, a follow up on Friday with a big January 200C volume. But surprisingly, Nvidia didn't move that much. It's still kind of flat in spite of those big flows. So a bit of a strange situation because of that. I would have expected Nvidia to move higher. I think the market is holding its breath to see what happens with earnings next week for semis, and if that is those are good, then we should see a full retard rally moving forward. Now, I think there are two scenarios, and one of them splits up in two as well. One is a front running of expected good earnings, and this would be in sync with good earnings in the first 2 days of the week, or here actually on Tuesday. Monday we don't have anything basically. And that front running look would be kind of like this. Full retard is around 5900 XPX, which is around 588 for SPY, and we could do something like this. And then because we already went to the full retard mode, uh, earnings have to be absolutely amazing to take us higher than this, and I don't think that's possible. I would expect a somewhat muted reaction initially, but because next week is also OPEX, we have expiration on Wednesday, then the window of weakness begins here on the 16th and lasts until the end of the month, like 31st and 1st of November. Because of the window of weakness, a surge up early next week would expose us to, let's just say, unexpected weakness from earnings. Not necessarily because earnings will be bad, but because market expectations set very high and the market will be disappointed. Case in which we should be doing a pullback, either a quick one or a longer one after that. And the first scenario is front running good earnings, then being disappointed by earnings. We should be going a bit sideways into OPEX retest like 580, 577, like this area here, and then potentially retesting the Q3 pivot, the quarter open, and very good chance that this holds. So we come in here, then we bounce and go higher later. If by any chance this doesn't hold, we should be going to 565, and if this doesn't hold either, we go to 557. Now, the other scenario is no front running of good earnings for semis. And that's more of a sideways scenario. We go sideways until Wednesday and we get ASML and then TSM on Thursday. This seems a bit less likely to me. Like, I think this is like 70%, 65%, and the other is 33%. Uh, we go sideways, and then this is a reactionary based move, and reactionary based moves are bigger. If it's a positive one, which is likely to be positive, we should go to 5900 and stay there for a while. This one we basically squeeze into OPEX, because the move starts here on Wednesday, most likely. We squeeze until the end of the week and potentially just do Monday and Tuesday as well, meaning hover around the highs. And then we should do a soft correction as well. So we hover around highs at 590, and then we do a soft correction. We go to the quarter pivot and then move higher, going for the 600 level later after the election. If by any chance earnings are bad, and we went for the sideways correction, obviously it's going to be a very fast move. I think we break this level and go to 565, and the biggest chance is that we bounce here. But of course, if this doesn't hold, we go to 557, and I think it's virtually impossible to go below this level right now. We should see another rally into year end. Yeah, so those are kind of the scenarios. Uh, this lines up with the rally in individual names in that if we get the front run scenario, which is the main one, we should be seeing multiple days like this. And getting Monday, Tuesday, potentially even Wednesday looking like this would just make those names not break out, and then just have a soft correction. Let's say I'll take what was on the list, Qualcomm. Oh no, Qualcomm won't move. Let's say uh, Walgreens. And Walgreens has its own analysis isn't good either because it has earnings. Let me look on the list. Just pick a name that would work. Let's say Rivian. So Rivian looks like this. It's on the list for a move up. Rivian Monday, Tuesday does a huge move, goes to let's say 13, and then we start the correction and then does this, and then we start the bullish leg as well. So this scenario lines up with individual names being bullish early in the week until Wednesday, then also doing a correction. And of course, it doesn't have to go all the way down here. It can do this. So this is how it lines up with individual names also looking bullish. They move up, then they have a pullback, and then we move up again, most likely with a higher low on these individual names that are bullish. Okay, that's it for now. Hope it helps. Have a good one. Bye bye.